What's up, boys? So I just woke up and I pushed a little bit of ladder and we are top 1000. We're top 825, so we're gonna keep going. Don't see why not. Oh my gosh, volume. It's a little loud. So let's see what he wants to do. Okay, so he wants a Sparky first play. So begin to set up with a cage. Get a baby dragon down. Kinda sucks we don't have graveyard in our starting hand. Sparky? Yeah, pretty skilled player right there. I think we're gonna see what he does to the Ice Waves. Okay, so he has E-Wiz and not Mother Witch, so that's pretty decent for us, I guess. Although we definitely have to go in for a graveyard now. Hopefully that gets some damage. Not nearly as much as I'd hope. Okay, and that was a super bad Dark Prince. And so all he has is minions in hand. So we can't really do anything about that baby dragon. So he's gonna give us some crying. We're gonna give him some crying too, because he's a toxic motherfucker. Oh, that's my favorite emote. Alright, so he's gonna go Sparky in the back. We knew this. And so we're gonna have to graveyard on defense this time. So gonna go Ice Wiz low. This is how you want to always defend Sparky, especially if you already used your like your cage and stuff. So we're gonna have to go graveyard. And okay, I was hoping it would target literally anything but my troops, but no. That's sick. Sick. Absolutely sick. Disgusting. So hopefully that Sparky shoots the goblin cage. Okay. So I think we have to go in for a graveyard now. He might just... yeah, goblin. Alright. Okay. So we're just gonna... also barbell so it doesn't get any damage. We're gonna have to graveyard on defense again. We're gonna go low Ices like this. I'm gonna start our graveyard because we know he's gonna go in immediately. We're gonna try and snipe Sparky. Alright boys, so the rest of these are going to be replays because I was not expecting to get to top 300, but we do, so I'm going to go over like my thought process and kind of just talk about good plays and stuff. I did this with one arm too because I had surgery on my shoulder, and so I've been kind of chilling and kind of grinding Clash Royale in my free time. So we're gonna go Baby Dragon first play, and Hunter right there, kind of showing why it's so strong. It took out my Barbarrel and my Baby Dragon and still had quite a bit of health, honestly. So we're gonna go Valk, and we're gonna go for a graveyard because I knew his deck immediately, and so like Hunter's his best counter to my graveyard. So we get kind of okay damage, but like watching back on this, it wasn't really that good of a play because he's like up so much elixir right now, and now I don't have my Goblin Cage in cycle, but I was expecting to get more damage than that, and so he's gonna punish me in the opposite lane. And I already know that he's gonna play his Fisherman if I play my Valkyrie, but I kind of had to no matter what, so I'm not sure why he didn't. I think he would have got like 1 or 2 more hits. Thankfully he didn't, so we're gonna go Baby Dragon at the bridge because I knew what he was trying to do after that, because I knew that he was trying to activate his King Tower, and that's why he didn't want to use his Fisherman to pull away my Valk, because he wanted to activate his King Tower, and he actually gets the King Tower activation, so it becomes kind of like an uphill battle at this point, because now we have to try and get damage when he has a King Tower activation, and it almost makes it impossible. Especially if he's like playing really well, it's almost impossible. And I like wanted to predict his Royal Giant at the bridge, but I also like was a little bit scared that he might not play it, so we're just gonna go for a Tornado back, and then I'm gonna Goblin Cage, just because I already knew he was gonna play his Fisherman, because he already has his King Tower activation now. So he's gonna get one, or no, he doesn't get any RG shots, so that's pretty good for me. And I wasn't expecting the Barbarians to actually run backwards like that, so kind of unfortunate. And he's not gonna get a shot there. We're gonna go in for a Graveyard, and he's just gonna block the bridge with a Hunter and almost take out my Baby Dragon with 1 shot. So that's kind of unfortunate, and so we're not gonna get like any damage on his tower. So we're just going to set up with a cage, and he's going to start to go opposite lane, because he's going to try to cycle 2 RGs here, and so he's cycling all of his cheap cards. So right here, I play my Ice Wizard within Fireball range on purpose so that he would go for a Fireball and give me +1 elixir. And we're just going to have to like ignore that, that right side as much as possible. I was hoping I could get my Bar Barrel down on the right side a little bit quicker. He gets 1 RG shot here, but we do end up coming back here pretty crazy enough, and we even miss this Barbarian, so it's not looking good, and I'm pretty like upset about how I'm playing in this matchup. But he just uses Hunter, so he doesn't really have anything for a Baby Dragon, so that's probably going to get like a shot on his tower. And so yeah, it gets a shot on his tower, and he's going to do an early Fireball onto our Goblin Cage. I think that he like kind of messed up right there with that, and I predicted he's going to go in for his, oh my gosh, for his Fisherman with the Bar Barrel, so he doesn't get any shots. I'm going to ignore that RG on the left side, because he doesn't have his Hunter in cycle, and that's like his best counter, and then I can always reset the RG with a Goblin Cage. So he was forced to Fireball my Baby Dragon, and we're back in this game all of a sudden. So he just uses his Hunter again, and so he's trying to cycle back to another one, because he knows that we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go in for another Graveyard if he doesn't. So he goes in for another Hunter to block the bridge, but we get that Barbarian tanking for like 2 seconds, and it actually allows us to get like just enough hits so that we can poison and tornado his tower. And it gets really close here. He throws a Fireball, and we win the game just by like a millisecond. So I BM him. I BM him because, you know, I feel like after he got the King Tower activation, we should have never won that. And so jumping into the next one, we're going against another 8K player, and he was a Giant player. And you'll notice how I never poisoned his Night Witch in this matchup, because I actually didn't know. I thought he had like a surprise Graveyard. I wasn't focused, and I wasn't counting his cards. So I should have known when I saw Mini P.E.K.K.A and Dark Prince, but I wasn't sure, and so you'll never see me defend with Poison, even though it's pretty strong right now. So I'm going to go for an Ices on the left side, because as soon as he plays Mini P.E.K.K.A, I kind of figured it was either Golem or it was Giant, so, or maybe even Sparky. So as soon as I see the Dark Prince, I know that it's going to be Giant. And so we're just gonna go for a low Valkyrie here. And then I'm just gonna bar barrel on top of his, oh my gosh, on top of his musketeer. And he actually goes to protect it, and he drops his minions. It's pretty interesting, honestly. It's a kind of weird deck, so we're gonna go in for a tornado, and he gets a lot of damage here. But we do end up making a comeback. We're gonna drop an Ice Wizard at 0, and so now we're down 4 elixir. Yeah, so we're down 4 elixir now, and pretty upset about that. But I mean, because he didn't have graveyard, we actually like still had a chance to come back, as you guys will see. So we can just go for a Valk on top of this. We go low so that our King Tower will help out. And or wait, maybe I do poison his. Yeah, I don't poison until I like know for sure that he has no graveyard, because Night Witch with Giant is pretty scary. It's a pretty scary push. And so this is the new Night Witch, guys. And so she's not very good. I do not think the new Night Witch is good. I forgot that he had minions, and so I gave him a bunch of value on the right side. So if he would have went like mini P.E.K.K.A earlier, I think he could have like possibly taken my tower. So we're gonna have to bar barrel onto that mini P.E.K.K.A just to make sure that it dies. And mini P.E.K.K.A is not gonna get any shots. The Ice Wizard would have shot it, so he's gonna go for a Night Witch in the back. I think he should have just ignored my Ice Wizard, because when he played Night Witch, then he made me want to go in for a graveyard. Especially like where he played it. He played it in a spot where I could just like easily tornado it. And so we're just gonna go for another low Valkyrie. And he's probably gonna go like Giant in the back now. Or no, so yeah, so I think this is where he starts messing up. So he goes Night Witch in the back again. He should have just set up with a Giant and then cycled 2 Giants again. I think that's a better way to win this matchup. So we're just gonna tornado all that together and get some like a bunch of value. Still haven't even used my poison this entire game yet. We just don't want to play poison because I know that I don't need it yet. And so he plays Night Witch in the back, so we're gonna go for another graveyard, and we're gonna tornado everything into it. I kind of figured he would play mini P.E.K.K.A, so I predicted him with a tornado. And so now our baby dragon is gonna just completely kill his mini P.E.K.K.A, and the Night Witch doesn't spawn any bats anymore. It's so weird. So I think he's gonna go for a Giant in the back now. Yeah, so he had like a weird cycle because he didn't play his minions that time. So we're gonna go in for another graveyard because I mean, now we're playing aggressive, and we need to get like damage. We need to catch up in damage. So just like that, we're ahead in damage now. And so he's gonna go with a Dark Prince and a Giant. So we're gonna go Valkyrie early to like make sure that the Dark Prince isn't being pushed. And then he plays like really bad minions. Like going Splitling Pressure isn't that bad, but when you play it that way, like it's not too good. So he's only got 1 minion, and then we just get like a really good tornado. So we're just going for another graveyard. And this time I think we're actually gonna poison, because we're just gonna poison and tornado, and everything's gonna die. So just like that, we get an easy, another easy game. I BM'd him too, sorry guys. I feel like he had quite a bit of skill, honestly. I don't know why I BM'd him. So the last guy is a Lava Hound player, and you already know, I'm pretty sure I BM'd this guy, just because why not? It's Lava Hound, right? So we're just gonna go Royal Pigs first play, because like why not? Yeah, by the way, we're not playing Graveyard. This is possibly the best deck in the game right now. And variations of this deck are, yeah, definitely the best in the game right now. And you guys are about to find out why. Because we only have Hunter in our deck, and we're gonna like absolutely like destroy this guy. And even if in a 2-tower game, we would have easily won. So it doesn't get to that point. So I guess that's good. So we're just gonna go Royal Hogs opposite lane, because we know that we outcycled him. And so he's gonna play a like literally nothing, I guess. And on the right side, our Hunter completely defended everything, and we have a lot more damage like all around than he does. And so I'm just going to defend this with a Spirit. And I don't want to overcommit on defense because he'll punish me in like with a crazy push that I can't defend. So he goes miner. I think I'm just gonna bomber, yeah. And I'm not gonna do anything else now because I don't really need to. And now we're gonna start with a hunter because now he has no miner for my hunter. So he should have cycled like literally anything else but that card because now he has no way to stop our hunter. And so I'm gonna go opposite lane with the Royal Pigs because he just played Mega Minion and I don't want him to be able to play his I don't want him to play his Lava Hound in front. And so we can just log and Bomber's gonna clean that up. Even if he arrows, it's just gonna be way too late. And so right here, I already know he's going to go in front of the Lava Hound, so I just start cycling back to my Royal Pigs. And even if he plays his cage, this time we're actually going to go in for a Earthquake. And the reason being is that if you saw the placement right there, like I knew that he was going to play his Goblin Cage. And so those skeletons kind of like got a couple of shots on his tower and distracted for a while. And now all we have to do is like defend with like super low elixir cards and just cycle back to another hunter, cycle back to another, oh my gosh, why can't I talk today? To a Royal Recruit, and then we can just go in for Royal Pigs again. Yeah, there's just no way he's going to be able to take our tower now, because all we have to do is defend, so we can just log whatever he plays and then bomber. And that's going to be GG's. Like, even if he like had Fireball and did take our tower, like I said, in a 2-tower game, would have been our matchup. And so this is what I ended up, 333. Peace!